All right, it's Jason back with Performax Racing Engines. Gonna do a video like the ones I was explaining to y'all when I was telling you about the flow bench. This one is, excuse me, this one's gonna be a comparison of the flow of out of the box, the Dart 100243060, which is the Dart approved USRA factory stock head. That's this one here on the right. You can see this is a 47 as cast. It's never had anything done to it, you can tell. And it might be tough to see, but right in here, there's actually a pretty good lip on this back side right here. There's a lip there. There's a real pronounced lip on this back side here. I don't know if I can get that. You might be able to see it right there. You see the shadow all the way around. It's a pretty big wall whenever you're trying to get air flowed through this chamber. But the rules, depending on what your rule says, whether or not you can take that out. So you have to read the rules, and I have to go to the rule book and see what we're building the heads for before I can say whether or not that has to come, that can come out of there or not. So right off the bat, that's the first advantage to the Dart is the combustion chamber. This is way more efficient than that combustion chamber from the stock 47. The other thing that you'll notice is this thing comes out of the box already with a 5-angle valve job. You can see that lip in there. It's a pretty big deal. You see it's just not there. And it has 5 angles on it to start from the out of the box. I don't know if you can catch them all right there or not. So that's a couple of things that you're working with differently on the intake side. That's a pretty good valve job. I've checked them, and it's usually right where you want it to be on the valve. So we're gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna double check this one. Actually, I'm not gonna do anything with it at first. I might clean it up with a stone just to make sure it's good and smooth, and then we're gonna I'll put valves. I'll put the exact same valve in this head, and we're gonna flow them. These are the first valves that I'm gonna be using. They don't have a back cut on them, it's just a 45-degree seat, what they call a swirl polish, intake and exhaust, nitrided stems, nitrided faces. Just finished flowing the 487. I got pretty eager to get going on the flow bench, and I forgot to video any portion of that. Did take a quick snapshot right before I got it off the flow bench because I was like, I don't have it documented at all. So I've taken that apart. That was a tool, no valves. But I've moved both of the valves, exact same valves, retainers, everything over here, same spark plug. I just moved it over to the Dart head. All the stuff is exactly the same, same stems, same valves, everything, okay? So I'm gonna have to put that on the flow bench and run that one now. Okay, we've got the exhaust flowed. I'm about to flow the intake now on this PTS. It's PTS software also. It's called FlowSoft. Bruce is a great guy. He's helped me tremendously. I didn't have a clue what I was doing when I built this thing. We got it all worked out, and we're using Brzezinski's fixturing. It's all really easy to use. Put a lot of money into this, but now it's starting to pay off because we're getting some real data, and it's very consistent. So I'll flow this, and then we'll look at the differences between the two heads. Okay, here's the data. We got the Dart as cast on the right side over here, and we got the 47 on the left. The exhaust numbers are very close. They're within 5 or 6 CFM pretty much everywhere. I see at 200 it looks like they might be off by, the dart flows 7 CFM better. But these two heads all the way up until 400 lift, even on the intake side, are very comparable. And actually the 487 outfloated at 300 by 10 CFM and 10 CFM at 200 also. So that, if you can find a set of 487s, it seems to be a pretty good way to go. I could say nothing's been done inside there. I really expected the dart with the higher, with the 5-angle valve jobs on the seat to flow better on the low lift numbers. But you can see that it did at 500. It takes off. It's a way better head up there, but factory stock stuff, we're not really doing that. And I don't know what to really think about the 400 to 500 number on the dart going from 218 to 247. That's a massive jump. Maybe somebody could tell me what they think's going on there. It might be flawed data, I have no clue, but it doesn't seem like it would be, because at 600 it came back down 12 CFM. Seems like that port just likes that 500 number. It might have something to do with the valve. But that's where we're at on that. These are the numbers, and this is what we'll use for baselines on testing valves and valve jobs on these two heads going forward, as we'll use this as our baseline to see if we're making improvements or not. Whatever y'all's comments are, I mean, I'm still learning here, so if you've got any insight on what you see, please put it in the comments and let me know what you think. I'll take everything into consideration at this point. All right, we'll get some more data and get some more videos up soon. If y'all like what you see on this stuff here, make sure you subscribe to it. That way you get notified whenever we put up more of these videos with more data.